Are we live? We are live. What's going on, everybody? I'm coming at you in the middle of a game because I was just play testing before actually kicking the stream off, and I wanted to play one more match before starting. But then I saw that we'd arrived at my, scheduled 10 minutes in. So you catching me just as I'm about to shred the crap out of a demurrage control guy sitting on number 74. Which I must tell you feels bloody good. He busted out 2 ruined crabs, turn 1, turn 2, and was trying all the usual nonsense. And teaching him a lesson here. He's down to full health. I've got a much bigger deck because I'm playing ABZAN Yorion. So things are looking groovy. Let's see if I can, if he's got another counter spell, if I can get him to discard next turn with the Treacherous Blessing. This might actually be a way I do my videos from now on, sort of like have you come in as I'm in the middle of a match. Yeah, sure. What can I go fetch? Another black. No problemo. Sure thing. I think he's just stalling for time, trying to rope me or something, because this is over. I don't think there's anything he can do to come back from this one. Yeah, sure, draw another card. I think what I'll do is I'll even play another Doom Foretold. Sure, whatever. You're still dead. I've even got Eerie Ultimatum. I can bring back. Anyway, I'm not gonna give away too much about the deck. I'm gonna go through the introduction right after this. Another discard. Another little bit of life gain for yours truly. Off you go. I know you want to. You're gonna flash in the road. Number 74 bites the dust. Whew. Climbing steadily. I won like. Let me see here. What's my MTGA assistant telling me about the last? My stats. My opponents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row with this deck. It is kicking butt. So, ABZAN control. Vorinclex, as I like to call it, is a big bad old Yorion pile. This deck I actually was running before Strixhaven dropped, and we're at that point in the meta, at least as far as I'm concerned, where things are just getting a little bit stale. I think I've gone and played with every single new card that is available in Strixhaven. I've built decks around pretty much everything. There's still a couple of mythics that I haven't quite figured out how to break or use in appropriately in a deck. Ecological something, the one with this one here. I might even give you a quick preview of another deck I was looking at. Ecological Appreciation is a lovely card, and I haven't quite. I was trying it here in an elf mono green aggro elf shell. I don't know. This is probably the last card in Strixhaven I haven't like fully played to pieces. So it was about time, especially as we're about to get the new set, as we're also heading towards rotation in September. I thought it would be time to go back and revisit some of my all-time favorites from previous sets that are going to be rotating out soon, namely the age-old Doom Foretold Treacherous Blessing combination. This combination of cards sees the most play in Esper Yorion piles that were really popular just after the drop of Ikoria, and quite a bit into Zendikar Rising as well. But then when Vorinclex came out in Kaldheim, I started to try all these decks where I was dropping Planeswalkers on top of Vorinclex to get their ultimates off right away. And this started off with, instead of Professor Onyx in this spot, I was running the 6-mana Basri, and it was really fun. This deck was like way down in my list of decks. I hadn't played any games with it in over a few months or so. But like I said, I was getting bored of Strixhaven cards, so I'm going back and looking at all my old decks that I had built before I even started this YouTube channel, and deciding, what cards can I put in from the new set to make it better, and then re-upload the decks on Etherhub and on my channel, and have some fun and play something a bit new. And so basically all I did was I took out the 6-mana Basri and I threw in 2 6-mana Professor Onyxes, which fit the deck fantastically. We're running quite a few, well, actually not that many instants and sorceries to trigger the Magecraft, but that's not really the point here. We're trying to get a Vorinclex down, then play Professor Onyx and ultimate right away. And yeah, okay, so that's kind of the whole point of the deck. It's a ABZAN Super Friends Yorion pile with a lot of control elements, and then Eerie Ultimatum to bring everything back from the graveyard if they, get rid of it. And we also could do that with Elspeth Conquers Death, which used to see so much play, and now I just hardly see anymore. I saw, I've been watching the Strixhaven Championships on Twitch, and what's her name, or their name, Autumn Burchett is running a Azorius Blink list, which I believe is running a couple of copies of Elspeth Conquers Death. But other than that, I have hardly seen it being played at all lately, whereas at some point this was like the bane of my existence. And having just gone 6-0 on top mythic level with this deck, I don't understand why it isn't being played more. I think everybody's sort of going through the same thing that I just did. A bunch of new cards come out. You want to make new brews that have all the new cards in them, and you sort of forget about some of the old good ones that were around. So this is ABZAN Plex. We have black and white don't have that good card draw, and we're really only splashing green for Vorinclex and the Binding of the Old Gods. So we needed some card draw, so I put in 4 copies of Mazemind Tome, which say, put whenever you tap it, you put a Mazemind Tome counter on it, and you scry for 1. Or you can pay 2 to draw a card, and when there's 4 of those counters on Mazemind Tome, you exile it and you gain 4 life. So it also gives us, against the aggro decks, a little bit of survivability, kind of extend the game to the point where we start kicking butts. Then we're running 3 copies of Basri Ket, which is a combo piece with Vorinclex. We drop it. We're not gonna, unless we have no other play going on and they don't seem like they have attackers out, we're playing another sort of control mirror, then you can drop Basri on turn 3 and just +1 it up. Hopefully you're gonna get the ultimate off before then, or put it on the battlefield as a bit of bait, so that they're not attacking you but going for the Basri. But really we're just trying to keep one of these copies in our hands until Vorinclex is on the board, and then drop Basri on top of it, -6 right away, get the emblem, start creating 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Then we're running 3 copies of Elspeth Nightmare. Of course, this is a Yorion deck, so I do have a lot of sagas going on. On top of the Elspeth's Nightmare, we've also got 3 copies of Binding of the Old Gods and 3 3 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death, as I mentioned earlier. Then we're running some lovely, lovely removal in the form of Mythos of Nethroi. I love this card. This is like one of the main reasons why ABZAN is like my favorite color. You can remove pretty much anything. It's as good as the new Deathscar or whatever, the new Witherbloom card that reduces in cost by 2 when you gain life. But this, has a little bit more of a caveat, but it costs 1 mana less, and then as long as you have ABZAN mana available, you can remove anything off of the battlefield, except for lands, of course. Then, as I mentioned earlier, the combination between Doom Foretold and Treacherous Blessing. You want to be playing Treacherous Blessing if you know you're either going to hopefully draw into a Doom Foretold. You might have already scried that and know that it's in the top of your deck with Mazemind Tome, or you're just hoping and praying that you do, because if your hand is empty, you can drop a Treacherous Blessing, draw 3 cards. The following turn, drop a Doom Foretold. The opponent has to then sacrifice a non-land, non-token permanent the following turn, and then when it's your turn again, you can use the trigger on the Doom Foretold to get rid of Treacherous Blessing, which is, a great little combination, which I'm sure a lot of you have come up against. It's terribly frustrating. Then I just thought I'd run, I was running 4 copies of Cultivate. I went down to 3 and put in a Grim Tutor, just in case we need desperately to go dig up something very specific in the deck, like perhaps, Eerie Ultimatum when it's needed, or a Vorinclex, something like that we have a lower number of, or a Shadow's Verdict, which is, against the aggro decks. I'm only running 1 copy in here, so, if we're not finding it in this huge 80 card pile, then we can use Grim Tutor to go and tutor up whatever the hell it is that we need. Then comes a bunch of sweepers. We're running 4 copies of Extinction Event. We've already talked about Doom Foretold. This is I'm gonna cry the day this rotates out of standard. I hate a lot on Eldraine in all of my videos because of how busted the adventure mechanic is and how sick I am of being Bone Crusher Gianted on turn 2 every single deck that runs red. But some of the cards from Eldraine were just amazing, and to me, as my favorite color combination, other than ABZAN, is definitely Silver Quill now, or Orzhov as it used to be called. So yeah, this was like I've played this in so many different decks. I love Doom Foretold. Then we're running 3 copies of Binding of the Old Gods, which we can blink with Yorion, and it also acts as another little bit of extra ramp. What else? 4 copies of Doomskar, so we've got plenty of sweepers. 4 copies of Doomskar, 4 copies of Extinction Event. That should pretty much keep the board clear no matter what people are playing, so that we can get our combo off. If they, say you do drop your Vorinclex, straight away, boom, we get, any of the instant speed removal that can get rid of Vorinclex, namely your Poison the Cups, your Heartless Acts, that sort of thing. Then we have ways of getting it back with Elspeth Conquers Death or with Eerie Ultimatum. Also, can be bounced with Yorion. Then we're running 2 copies of Professor Onyx, hoping to land that on top of the Vorinclex at some point in the game. I might go down to 1 copy and up 1 copy of Eerie Ultimatum, something like that, but let's see how the games continue to go. So far, so good. I don't feel like I need to change anything. And then 2 copies of Eerie Ultimatum, which say that you can return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. Usually Doom Foretold and Treacherous Blessing and that sort of, other decks that run a lot of enchantments that, like sagas or, things that give you value like Treacherous Blessing or Doom Foretold, are run in an Esper shell, because then you can play Dance of the Manse and get them all back, or Dance of the Manse, excuse my South African accent, but you can get them all back from the graveyard that way. Eerie Ultimatum doesn't allow you to get them all back, so if you have multiple copies of these in the graveyard, you can't get all of them, but you can at least get 1 of each. So in ABZAN colors, Eerie Ultimatum acts as a kind of Dance of the Manse for a very similar cost, because if you want Dance of the Manse to bring everything back and also turn them into 4/4s, you need to be spending, I think, minimum 8 mana, or 7, I believe, or 8. So we're close there with Eerie Ultimatum. Then our land base. Just 5 planes, because that's kind of, we have a lot of double pipped white cards here. Basri, Elspeth, Conquers Death, Doomskar are all have double white, so I'm running 5 basic planes, 6 swamps, because the most of our cards are actually black, and that's what all of our removal is. So there's the most lands I'm running is swamps. Then only 4 forests, because we do need something to go fetch with Cultivator and Binding of the Old Gods. And there is a Vorinclex there which has the double forest pips on it. So running 4 forests, and then 3 of each of the pathways, 4 Indatha Triomes, and 4 Fabled Passages. That's the deck. Let's jump into the game and shred some newbies. I'm really happy with the way things are going. I hit Mythic this morning early. I was sitting on I did a post on all the Facebook Magic groups that I'm in. I was sitting on 590, I believe, this morning, and then I went out all day Sunday, fun day Sunday with the wife. We went out for dinner. I spent the whole day out away from my computer. Got back home and I dropped down to something like 600 just from not playing, and just with this deck, I've climbed straight back up to 509 within 6 games. So things are looking good this season. I'm hoping to keep bringing you entertaining content without damaging too much of my rank, because I'm really hoping to stay in those top 2000s at the end of this month and actually get the invitational for the next championship. But yeah, more on that in a future video. I might just, if I'm still playtesting or if things are a little bit more janky, I might run the decks in the play queue, and then once they're really, really good, only switch to rank then. Also, in the interest of full disclosure and honesty, I have to admit that I am a filthy net decker. The deck that got me into Mythic today was I went onto the magic.gg. There's all the deck lists of the current decks that are being played at the Strixhaven Championships. I found Paulo Vitor Damo de Rosa's Sultai Ultimatum deck. I copied it, didn't change a single card. I ran it in traditional standard rank, so best of 3, and I have like an 85% win rate. I think I lost 3 matches. I just went straight to Mythic. This deck is so disgustingly busted. I hate myself for playing it. I'm sorry for all the people I played against. It literally just feels like cheating. I am going to delete it right after this video because it's cheating. It's bullshit. I hate it. I hate playing it. I hate playing against it. I can't wait till all these ultimatums rotate out of standard so we can get rid of this bloody deck once and for all. It's just disgusting. Anywho, not traditional standard. We're playing best of 1. Let's jump into some games. Internet's looking good. How's the stream? Is anyone on stream here? Yes. Hello. I hope I'm getting the little green dot in the YouTube. What do they call this thing? The studio. The live stream studio. Lieutenant Aldo. Bring it. What are you playing, Aldo? Prismari Control? Prismari Dragons? Man, I can't remember the last time I got a normal, 3-land hand. This deck's running 33 lands, I think. I know it's a 60 card pile, but come on. Okay, that's just lovely. We'll drop the swamp. We have some card draw, we have some removal. Lots of card draw. Okay. When I see a mountain and there isn't a 1-drop like a Fervent Champion straight away, then I'm like, oh goodness. Lots of cycling. The 2 guys that beat me on my run up to Mythic this morning was cycling decks. The Ultimatum deck, even post Sideboard, especially, I wasn't trying to modify Paulo Vitor's list too much. It's only running one copy of the Test of the Talents and Disdainful Stroke. There's only one of each, even in the sideboard. So it was really hard to side in the right counters for the Zenith Flare. He's also running 4 copies of Duress in the main board, in the sideboard. So I was siding in that stuff to try and either get like the Zenith Flare out of their hand or, you know, counter it when it comes down. But then post board they would also bring in a lot of counters, and things were just getting, I mean, yeah, like I said, I had like 80% win rate from Diamond 1, I mean from Diamond 4 all the way to Mythic, and the only losses in... Okay, it's a bit too much land now. And it's like as if they're listening to you as you finish complaining about the lands. Oof, this is going to be so tasty. They might even just concede right now. And there's the Doom Foretold as well. I should have probably kept it up. I mean, sorry, I should have probably played Doom Foretold and not the Elspeth, but yeah, I mean, this is going to exile their entire graveyard, so Elspeth's Nightmare is a really good card against cycling, because then their Zenith Blade does nothing. Now we're just going to Shadow's Verdict a lot of them, I think. Or do we Doom Foretold? Probably best to Doom Foretold there. Nah, let's Shadow's Verdict. What? Off you go. Now we're going to Doom Foretold. I know we've gotten down a little bit, but that's kind of typical control deck situation. It's Jeskai cycling, but they haven't drawn a single blue land, so I'm okay with that. It's a lot easier to beat them in best of 1. Post board. Okay. Sorry, no Zenith Flare action for you, my dear fellow. It's time to get rid of your imposing Vantasaur as well. Start gaining a little bit of life with Mazemind Tome. Also, quick tip. You know, it surprises me when I'm playing in like top Mythic and I see people drop a Mazemind Tome and scry with it right away. It's always better to scry on the opponent's end step rather than using it on your turn. Or, you know, like now. Because what if they're playing some kind of way to get you to discard the top of your deck or some sort of mill thing? It's always better to save that rather than use it up. Why would you play a card? Don't you know how Doom Foretold works? I think he probably forgot. Yep. Let's go fetch our Yorion. Oh! Ooh! Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. Whatever.
Haven't heard that name before. Ugh, there has to be an answer here.
Bye bye, Iron Crag. Oh, we are schooling this guy. Feels really good. You never know. Might get a couple of other creepy crawlies on the battlefield. He's building up another bit of a Zenith Flare action. There we go. Oof. That is nice. Are you watching this? Oh baby.
Thought I'd miss the library.
Do we bring back Treacherous? Probably not. I don't want to lose any life anymore. Yeah. We've got plenty of cards. This deck is so fun. Oh, yeah. That was epic. Oh! Now, a Zenith Flare will kill us if he draws it next turn, so... Okay. I won't. Whew, I forgot about that. Thank goodness. Okay, now that's our entire graveyard gone again. I think that's a game over there.
Let's go digging.
Feels good. Feels good to be dominating with my own brews. Yeah. Keep digging for that Zenith Flare. What are you gonna do? 1 damage? Oh, 7 wins! Climbing! We didn't even budge a single number though on that one. Lieutenant Aldo takes one for the team. Let's keep the streak rolling, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Stop smoking that stinky ICOS thing. It was really not doing it for me. Got back to my vape, and it is just way better. Rhythmic Gaming, number 574. Ooh, we did climb. We're 475 now. It's the highest I've ever been. Progress. Progress, baby. Looks like we're playing Eerie Ultimatum though. So this is where the deck really gets tested. This is the first time I've gone against this. Ooh! Okay. Not Sultai. Cool. Maybe it's another ABZAN deck. Mirror match. Mirror match! Ooh! Wow. Cool, man. What are the chances of that? I haven't seen anyone play this. What would be hilarious is if it's someone who just sniped me now and was like, huh, I can play that too. Okay, let's hope we draw a Doom Foretold. Cool thing about ABZAN is there's no counter spells to go against. You know, of course, I don't have any to play against my enemy, but also you know that you won't be facing any coming the other way. Omen of the Sun. There's the Doom Foretold. Okay, so probably the best thing we can discard right now. Probably the Vorinclex. Try and get it back later with a Elspeth Conquers deck or the Ultimatum. We won't be casting it for another 2-3 turns anyway, so. Nice. We fetch another, and let's keep that for now. The opponent could now sacrifice it and make it so that, okay, thank goodness. He could have sacked and scryed with it. Chose not to. Right back at ya. Okay. Interesting, like full on mirror match. We're just gonna have to go and use a lovely Binding of the Old Gods on that Doom Foretold. Or should we first fetch Yorion and do it next turn so we can double bounce the... He's probably going to do the exact same move. This is nuts. I mean, I'm not running Omen of the Sun, but very similar decks. Okay. So now, if he is a Eerie Ultimatum player, what we want to be doing is getting rid of everything that's in his graveyard. So let us start by putting a lovely little Elspeth's Nightmare on one of these chaperoonies. Also kind of stem the bleeding a little bit, because we're dropping down a little bit too low for my liking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're almost at Ultimatum mana. We just need one more white source or a green source and we'll be good to go. Oh, okay. I can see you're worried about that, aren't you? You want that Doom Foretold to be coming right back, I'm sure. We Doomskar these guys? Or should we go fetch our stuff back? Yeah, I think we go fetch our stuff back. So 2 white, 2 green. No, we can't. We need another green source, so it's not going to work. So let's put this on white. And let's Doomskar these guys. And then let us go digging around for another. Okay. Cool thing about Mythos of Nethroi is it can be used on your own cards. So if Treacherous Blessing starts to be a problem where you're like, killing yourself, then you can Nethroi your own Treacherous Blessing. You do lose the 2 life or 1 life. Hiya!
I just want to get in, get out, and finish the job.
Sorry, Kaya, you are not long for this world.
Well,
off you go.
Was a bust.
And I think we better freaking. Oh no. Okay. I want a green source, please. One more green land. Any one of the pathways or what have you. Wow, this is really this. ABZAN Doom Foretold. It's the first time I've run against it in I don't know how long. As soon as I start playing it, there goes the algorithm for you. And it's going to replenish that hand right up. Nice. How come we can Ultimatum now? Oh, sorry, we didn't need another green source. Okay, so yeah, I think we definitely do that right now. Skadoosh. Get rid of that and that. Guess he's pretty happy he gets to sack that. It's kind of the problem with mirror match Doom Foretold. Let's go grab another green source with a Fabled Passage. Woohoo! Ouch. Man, this is insane. It's like we're playing the same cards. Ouch. Okay, so I think we just get rid of Vorinclex, or should we go for the... Yeah, because I mean we need him to get rid of. Yeah, it's gonna disappear with the Doom Foretold anyway. So let's drop our own Vorinclex, or no, let's drop an Onyx. No. Vorinclex then Onyx. We've got enough mana. Oh goodness. Go back. Sure. I'm okay with that. Got another one here in this graveyard. Down to 2. Oh, okay. Let's do the thing. Minus Treacherous Blessing. Okay, we're going to gain 4 life here and make a couple of tokens so we can protect against the whatever the hell he comes coming at us and, you know, survive. Nice. I think that's a good game. Unless he's got his own copy of Ultimatum in hand. No. Fine. Fine and dandy. Sorry, those don't work with Vorinclex. Yay, we get the combo. You guys ready for this? Oh, baby.
I do hope you're learning something from your mistakes.
Oh, that's like eight wins in a row. Steadily climbing. Yay, Greg, Ibrahim, Lippi, remove the creature. GG, what a comeback. Thank you, brother. Good to have you on the stream. Hey, Greg, how are you, my friend? Good to have you on the stream too. I think it's your first time visiting. Thanks for watching, guys. It means a lot. Have my friends watch me kick some ass. This deck is so much fun. What a comeback as well. Booyakasha. Okay, let's keep this party going. $7 p.m. Okay. That means that you'll probably still be up by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, and then we can play a couple of unranked, direct challenges. I want to see what you're brewing in Historic, Greg. My little brother is complaining about the fact that his brand new computer is not playing Dota properly. All the way from Indonesia, he's giving me crap about it over the internet. Let's drop one Mazemind Tome. Hopefully draw a third land so we can cultivate. Oh, badass. Badass. Prismari. This deck is tough to beat. They've got a lot of counter spells. You might even have one right now for my cultivate. I don't even know if I should risk it, but there's almost nothing to lose. Might as well give it a whirl. You might not consider it worth countering. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we're probably looking at either a 2 white. Yeah, we're probably looking at either a what's it called now? The Dean of something comes in to play. You sacrifice the Magma Opus. Yeah, there we go. The Torrent Sculptor with Ward. Luckily, I'm not targeting it, so we can Doomskar this guy to smithereens. That's not gonna feel very good, I'm sure. Now let's keep another land. We're almost approaching the required mana. Bye-bye, Torrent Sculptor. Off you go. It's definitely a sword coming. It's either sword coming or Alrund's Epiphany. Fetch. Oh man. Decks to play blue. Just like untap, and you know, draw a card, go. And we have no threats down before the point where we reach this stalemate. So I can't even ping him for 1 or 2 damage a turn and win the game that way. We just have to like keep casting things that look that he's, because he's probably going, okay, what do we need to save the sword coming for? So he's gonna let this one through. Let's fetch another green source. We are almost on ultimatum territory. Not that we need it yet. This deck doesn't run any 2 powered creatures at all. No, still not. Okay, so I have a feeling it's probably Alrund's Epiphany. That sucks. I lost a bit of life for nothing. Brazen Borrower. Come on. It is Alrund's. I was, you know, I'd rather it be that than another, than I saw it coming, but... Okay, so if I... Okay, so he taps out, at least that. Doomskar would be nice. Woohoo! Even better! Toodaloo, my dear fellow. Now he's got a brand new hand of nonsense to beat us back with. Okay, we need to start gaining some life and looking for our Doom Foretold so we can get rid of this thing. Also, nah, let's save that. How do you guys order your cards? I always go in descending order of mana cost from biggest to smallest on the from left to right, and then I keep my lands. That sucks. You had to expect that. The card I hate most in all the lands. God. Yep, we'll bring that back with ultimatum. Next turn. No, we need, no, next turn, yeah, we're ready for ultimatum. Bring another Bone Crusher down. Oh, damn it. He has to counter this, right? No? I wonder what he's holding up here. It's probably like the Magma Opus small kind of deck. He's got like a bunch of big mana spells and he's just planning to get treasure tokens, and we need to get rid of this thing, like yesterday. I need a Nethroi, Mythos of Nethroi to cast it on myself, or... that is a lot of mana he's playing with. Ugin? We're chilling. We're doing nothing. We could cast actually a Yorion. No counter. Please. Yes. Whew. Come on, Doom Foretold. what is my deck assistant saying? We have a 7.5% chance of drawing Doom Foretold next turn. Nope. Odd. Dangerously low with this. Limit. Treacherous Blessing. See that, you know, that's why it's treacherous. We are, like, I don't want to, if we go down to 2, we are in Bone Crusher Giant zone. Instant Basri emblem feels pretty good though. If he just has... Okay. Oh no, he's got us again. Nice. Ay. Congratulations, Obadas. Didn't find out Doom Foretold. The blessing was a treacherous blessing in disguise. Pity. That's a pity. Cry. Oh man, I don't know why. Like, you guys are typing, and I don't get to see what you type until I type something. It's not like coming up live. It's a problem with my YouTube chat. It keeps doing that. Thanks, though. Thanks, Ibrahim. It is such a sweet deck, dude. Treacherous indeed. I miss our little magic afternoons during the lockdown in Bali, my bro. I think I'm gonna be back like mid-September, mid to late September, and we can you can borrow that little laptop again, and we can get back to some theory crafting. You can join me in the BrewLab. I can have you on as a guest speaker. Ghostface Killer. I've played this guy before. It's funny when you start to recognize names, you realize that the pool isn't that big as you'd think. You know, of players that are in it, especially early on in the season. Winota. Almost guaranteed. Oh, no way. What? There's people playing this nonsense at the highest levels of Mythic. It never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, dude. What a load of rubbish. That card is so pathetic. Thank goodness he didn't get like an Ugin or something. You know, we could have just gotten rid of it rather quickly, but it's just thanks. What you got? Another same thing? Can't possibly start with 2 Tybalt's Trickeries and like 2 manaless, you know, it's either Stone Coil Serpent or the Tormod's Crypt.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
Do I have anything at 2 mana that can get rid of this rat now? No. Yeah, nice.
I trust in your ability.
You suck at magic. My good game. It's not a good game at all. You just played a pathetic card that nobody thinks is worth playing at all. Ooh, whoops. Ooh, whoops. Seriously, do not get me started on this combo. It's literally like Russian roulette. Like 1 in a million.
I am proud of it.
Yeah, good game, my ass. Game, good game, good game. These kind of people. Seriously. Oops. Oops. Good game. Yeah, now I can exile your coma. Then I'll be the one saying, oops. Yeah, come on. Here's 9 damage. Oh. Oops. Oops. You're a loser, mate. You suck at magic. Like, big time. Yeah. Alright. Off you go. Oh, you're gonna make it indestructible. That's alright. At least I don't die next turn, and then I'm going to exile it the turn after that. Dude, why do you keep saying good game? What are you gonna play? Some other crap card with your orrery? Oh my god. Sorry if I sound so complainy, but like this Treacherous Blessing nonsense just drives me up the wall. Oops. Good game, good game. Oops, good game. Oops. Okay. Now, time to use a Extinction Event on your crappy cards. It's gonna bring back the bloody freaking. It's gonna bring back the. God damn it. I mean, go away, man. You suck at magic. What a loser. Treacherous Blessing doesn't deserve to be banned. It's just a crap card. Like, you know, he just got lucky. Literally, Russian roulette. Brrr. What a joke. What a joke. Seriously. That makes me so annoyed. Like, zero skill involved. Just play the. I don't know. Don't get me started. When I get in one of these moods and I see those types of cards, I just wonder, like, what, Wizards, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing printing that nonsense? A counterspell in red? Seriously? That plays stuff for free at the top of your deck? Okay, this is a problem. Luckily we're on the draw, so let's mulligan day, put the Professor back onto the bottom of our deck. Another Cycler. Crikey. Crikey, mate. We need to exile everything in your graveyard, mate. Don't think I'll have much trouble doing that with this deck, fortunately. 3 copies of Elspeth's Nightmare and 1 copy of Shadow's Verdict ought to do the trick. If you're not careful though, this fox can do some serious damage really quickly. I beg your pardon. We're probably going to Mythos of Nethroi the fox away before it gets too big. Not probably, definitely. Turn 2. That was a rubbish card as well. Off you go. Bye bye. Put this down on white. Another fox. Now we can Extinction Event. You know, we're probably binding, so we can go look for some mana as well. Ooh, that's lovely. Yeah, white. Just what we needed. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. The target I wanted. Triome. Oh, baby. Am I gonna exile all this crap? Yes, I am. Am I gonna exile all this crap too? Yes, we are. They get rid of the fox. Because it's the one card in their deck that isn't 2 mana. That is gonna feel so good. Oh no, he can do it now. We did. Good game. What a rat. What a rat. Again, another 0 skill game. Like, what did you do? You cycled all your cards away and then cast 1 card? This entire deck disappears in rotation. Ah, good riddance. It's gonna be so good. Oh, man. Okay, so we went like 7 wins, and then the algorithm was like, no, hang on a tick. We need to correct this winning spree. And went straight 3 losses. I think I'm just going to play one more. We're approaching that 1 hour mark that I like to keep my videos at. So last game, let's end on a win. Come on, boys. Of course he had 2 Zenith Flares in his hand. Oh, this guy again. What? Why me? Why me? I can't believe it. Oh my god. I hope he gets. I hope it's one of those times when they just like mulligan, 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 scoop. Mulligan? Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Do you have fun playing that crap? Seriously. Unbelievable. Here we go. Here it comes. Come on. Get nothing. Yes! Why play that crap? I mean, come on. Oops. What a joke. You know, what do you all think about Treacherous Blessing? Leave your comments down below. I just have no idea why anyone would bother playing that nonsense. I mean, if you haven't already, give us a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all the YouTube stuffs. It really helps a brother out. I'm trying to reach the first 100 subscribers. The channel's been open for less than a month, and we're sitting on like 35, climbing steadily. I noticed that like I post my decks on EtherHub through the content creator program, and I have upwards of 300-400 downloads and views on some of my decks, and it's not really quite translating into subscribers as I would hope. So yeah, if you could be so kind to give us a bit of a like-a-rooney there, that would help me out muchly. Aha! Something different. A spot of Magecraft. Is it just mono white Magecraft? Looks like it. Probably going to be the Abinda. Nice. What should we do? Should we go digging for something important to get rid of stuff? Like, I don't know, maybe a Extinction Event or something? Yeah, sure. Beg your pardon? Woo! Woo! Oh, Doomskar. Doomskar. We can ready Doomskar next turn. Three damage. Is it gonna be the semester? No, what's it called? Confidence. Show of confidence. It's gonna be a pretty sizable hit if it is. If I was him though, I would save it for when I actually had some Magecraft cards on the battlefield. Okay. That's gonna be quite the hit to the face. Ouch. Magecraft is nice when it goes off. I think what we do now is instead of Doomscarring, we just use the Mythos. That way we can save the Doomskar for when he's got more creatures on the battlefield. So let's foretell that. And Vorinclex next turn, Basri the turn after that. More threats. Nice. Okay, so now do we go for the combo? Or do we get rid of this crap? Let's get rid of this crap because it can get really big really quick. You gotta make sure he just has nothing all the time. That's the problem. Like you can only beat Magecraft. There we go. Like now we go for the combo. Ooh, okay. Now let's do another. Does he have like some way of making it indestructible? That would really suck because we'll probably die next turn. Okay. The safer play there would probably have been Vorinclex. Okay. Emptied that hand of everything relevant. He has no hasty creatures. So we can swing in. And I have yet to see a Magecraft deck that runs Banishing Light or Doomskar or any kind of enchantment sagas because it doesn't trigger Magecraft. So let's see if they scoop it up and they see what I'm planning. Okay. They don't get to attack this turn. It's probably going to go for the Exile card. Doesn't matter, we still get to cast our emblem, which is the whole point.
Persevere through loss and find our peace.
And I get to draw a card when he does it.
I hope you are proud of our unity.
Shing shing!
Our faith, Ketra's word grows our cause.
Only leaves you with 1 mana though. And I get to draw. Yes. Sorry, but Magecraft just does not do well against control. I've screwed you royally. Play another another Vorinclex, then it's going to become a 7-8-8, and this is going to become a 5-5. 8 plus 5 is 12.
Like us, the worthy move as one.
Sorry, 13. Apologies. Math is never been my strong suit. Has never been my strong suit. Scoopity doo basil's. Okay, so I mean a pretty impressive run. We ran into some ridiculous Tybalt's trickery nonsense, and we got beat by Zenith Flare, but otherwise it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 games, 3 losses on stream. I'm very happy about that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you jump on for tomorrow's stream. I am going to keep these sort of retro decks upgraded with Strixhaven cards coming. Yeah, if you like what you saw, please remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and all that stuff. And yeah, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.